Love, blessings, peace, and prosperity, divine, beautiful soul. What is good in your world? I'm raising my cafecito to you. Hey, welcome in. My name is Nicole P, and I consider myself a midlife mystic. And this channel is all about talking spirituality, meditation, mindfulness, living life to our best as women, femmes in our 50s. And today, what I want to share with you is my thoughts on how this part of our lives, is the time when we are really super strong. I want to share my reflections on how society has us thinking that this is like the cockamamie time for us in our lives. And I want to share with you some things that I have done to really call my power back. And so grab a cafecito, tecito, and let's talk about this. This beautiful thing is we have this thing called social media. We have video. We have this opportunity for us women in our 50s, late 40s and 50s, coming to this midlife, which is really kind of more like quarter life, but whatever, we'll call it midlife, to say no, we're divine, we're amazing, and you can't tell us different, right? Because the beauty industry and so much of society has us to believe that we're gross, we're not attractive, it's just youth that's beautiful. We're rewind, change the messaging, no. So let me get a sip of my cafecito because I love coffee. Now they're telling me, I've heard lots that when you're in a menopause that it's best to cut off the caffeine, but I love coffee so much that it's like a ritual for me. It helps me to just feel good. I love the taste ever since I was a child, and I'm not ready to give it up yet. And I can tell the difference in taste of decaf. I really can. Maybe it's psychological. I don't know. But listen, let me tell you something. I just turned 52. Happy birthday to me. Hey, it was this week. It's this week. It was the early part of this week or mid part of this week. Oh my gosh, my days are all jumbled because we just went through this really big move and we might have to move again. That's another story. But here's the thing. I, have always been the type that I've been pretty vocal and I speak my mind and things like this. But I noticed that this ability to really speak my truth and not take any shit and just be give me the baseline. Give me not the baseline. Give me the bottom line. That's what it is. Give me the bottom line. Then I can go from there. It's been even heightened. I have even less tolerance and time for people who coddle me and beat around the bush or anything like that. And I think what happens is, number one, we go through age, right? We go through life and we age, right? We have lots of experiences and there's a realization, I think, that happens where we realize the times in our lives where we gave away our power, right? Where we maybe stayed silent. And then I think once we come into this beautiful, beautiful ceremony, this rite of passage that doesn't always feel so good because of hormonal imbalances, but this thing called perimenopause and menopause, it's there is less, it's the veil lifts. It thins out and then it lifts. And we can see with crystal clear vision, without a doubt. I think when we're younger, we doubt sometimes our intuition and things like that, right? And we take other people's stuff on. But we come now to this age, one of the gifts of perimenopause and menopause is this clarity of being oh, no. I can see through you like it too, because we have the clarity and then we have the confidence because we've aged and we've lived through so much. And I think that's why this age for us, society, and generally speaking, the beauty industry, not only they have a lot of money to make, but this patriarchy really wants to demonize us at this age and call us hags. And why so many men love to go with younger women, because we're not going to put up with this stuff. We are not going to put up with this stuff. And society and the patriarchy knows that we're so powerful at this juncture in our lives. They want to try to silence us. They want to try to make us feel bad about ourselves and spend all of our money on cockamamie things to try to make us look young. And so the beautiful thing is, it's nowadays there's so many of us that are coming together to see to be no, we don't buy that. We don't buy that. This is absolutely, we're so blessed to get to age. And although it's hard, let's be real, isn't it hard sometimes when you see your skin kind of a little different, right? The suppleness, when you see like a 30-year-old and their supple body, it's like, oh, right? But you know what? That's life, right? That's life. And it's okay to grieve that. And it's okay to miss that. It's okay to want aspects of that back. But then you got to have a come to Jesus. You got to come to like reality, kind of like, no, I'm here in this body right here, right now. This is a natural like phase of aging, right? get mad at the trees for like their leaves turning yellow and orange. We celebrate the change of leaves, right? We celebrate all that. The leaves fall. We enjoy, they fall to the ground. We enjoy autumn. We enjoy the cycle. So why aren't we enjoying the cycles for us as women, right? In this age? That's what I'm saying, right? So we can mourn ourselves, we can mourn our youth, but then we can say, oh my gosh, look at how blessed we are, look at how amazing we are. And we can start like being around other women and just really start to like reprogramming the concept of what beauty is. And even our bodies change. It's not easy. I know that, right? But how do we shift the narrative? And how do we do that? Because this is the thing is we are so strong and powerful at this juncture. And what I have done is I've caught myself where I say, especially because I've gained a lot more weight, especially in this last 2 years. And I'll just pause and then I look at my body and I'll touch my body, especially my stomach area. And I'll say, thank you so much, body, for carrying me through all of these years. I so appreciate you so much. And even though there's still part of my head that's like, oh, I miss my 30, even my 40-year-old body. And I say, of course. I go through this whole thing. I say, oh, okay, of course. And then I just once again come to, I don't deny missing that because that's what happens. You can't deny it. You got to say, okay, I miss it and I'm here now. How do I embrace it? So when you go through those moments, it's just really good to take a deep breath, rub your hands together and just release it and say, oh, I'm mourning. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. And I'm here now. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. And I'm here now. Okay. And the more that you can be conscious and aware of like, okay, you missed that part, but you're here now. Right. And that's why it's so important to have more of us speaking our stories, speaking our truth, so we can support one another. Because I sure as heck do not want a 20 or 30-year-old telling me how to age, telling me and holding the space for me and going through this. We need each other to hold space, or we need even women older than us, right, to move through the space. I appreciate the 20 and 30-year-olds. No doubt they offer something also too, because there's a beauty, there's amazingness and an energy to the youth. No doubt, right? But there's this golden wisdom and earthliness and rootedness to those of us coming into our 50s or already into our 50s. So my love, when you find yourself getting down and out, crying in your cafecito, missing your youth, of course. And then please send love to your younger self and come back to who you are now and praise the badass chingona that you are. Okay? Wrinkles, cellulite, belly fat, and all. That's all right. You're a survivor, and you're here, and your story is meant to be heard. Do not let them tell you anything different, because a lot of times it's because they're afraid of your power. They're afraid of your power, because we as women are so powerful at this age, and we're going to continue to get even more and more powerful. Do not let anyone steal that from you. You hear me? You hear me? All right. Thank you for tuning in. That was my rant. That's what I wanted to share with you. I had to share that with you because I had to get it off. I was thinking about that. And I was like, it's a setup. It's a setup, right? Because even when we were younger, think about this, right? Periods were, I don't know how it's talked about now in the schools, but when I was younger, when we were younger, it was like gross and it was like hidden. It was like, and even though maybe in our families they were celebrated, like my mom celebrated it. It was like your moon cycle, you're becoming woman. And it's a beautiful thing to celebrate, but like society wise, So as women, we're always get these messages that something's wrong with our bodies. Something's wrong with our bodies when we're menstruating, right? And then as we dry up, right? Something's wrong with us as well. But we're actually really powerful. We're so powerful. We're like a powerful species. And they're afraid because of our power. So my love, cheers to being powerful, to honoring and knowing your power, your worth, and let us live as fierce and fabulous in our 50s. I'll be back next week. Peace, love, and everything in between.